But how does a writing session between songwriters go? Like, what does that look like? Oh yeah, also Ashford and Simpson. I can't believe it. Like how does that work on like a song? Like, what's the process there?
So the process is it can be different,
Mm-hmm.
different ways to do it. There can be a group of people in a room, you playing the music, and somebody say a line, somebody else say a line to go with it. Somebody else add the line. Somebody could be in the corner working on the chorus.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody could be in the corner working on the B section or the bridge. You know what I'm saying? So, or it could be you do the chorus, you do the verse, you do the second verse, or you point out somebody to do different parts. So I've been in all of those different type of writing sessions.
And that brings me to the business side of stuff too. How far along did you get in this creativity before it was like, okay, let me get my ass cap. Let me focus on my writing credit. Let me focus on my copyright because we could all be in this writing session and then
Man.
you walk out and it's like, hey, this is
Yeah.
this is his song. I'm like,
Okay.
I swear I did.
Actually, I did that pretty early because I did my research, kind
Mhm.
of like, well, how do people get paid for this? You know what I'm saying? So I luckily started that process very early. And then if it is like a session with multiple people, we always do split sheets to
Mhm.
cover ourselves and things like that.
Okay, so also in that same world of artists, is some artists that'll be like split sheets. What you talking about? I'm just want to pay
Hmm.
you up front. Like, are you hitting people off with like a learning curve sometimes because some people aren't on their business as much when it comes to anything creative. It's like, how do
Yeah.
you bring them into, all right, this is how I conduct business
Yeah, absolutely.
and
I'll
meet them
just
halfway?
ask. I'll be like, or I'll just send it like, hey, this is my ass cap.
Hmm.
I've had people that I've worked with like, well, what's this? Like, what do I do with this? And I've had to tell them like, hey, this is how you give me my credit, or how this is how I get my royalties.
Hmm.
Because you're not just gonna pay me up front. I mean, you can pay me up front, but I also want that
Hmm.
back end too. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Because what if your song blow up, and then I'm just over here like,
I got $1,000 and
man, you
I just sung, what's so
what?
funny, um, Busy Bone or Lazy Bone told the story of Thuggish Ruggish Bone.
Uh huh.
And the lady that sung that was just happened to be walking down the street, and he was like, "Oh, she can kind of sing," but you clearly no publisher or no nothing. So like one of
Right.
their biggest songs just
Oh
happened to
my
be like just,
goodness.
hey, you want to get on this track? And it's like, yeah, Easy E in the studio. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's the Thuggish Ruggish
See,
Bone, and now it's
I had to
like
come back. I had to double back for that. Like,
I'm
I'm gonna
sure
take
I'm
y'all to court.
sure after the fact that she
Yeah.
she found some form of like even the it's so cold in the D. What's her name? T baby.
Yeah.
Like yeah, the representation will find you when they need
Yeah.
to. Like, almost like the if you get hit by a truck, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they representation will find you, but
Yes.
even that you would rather be proactive than reactive
Yeah. Yeah.
to something
Definitely.
like that,
Definitely.
because that happens often.
Hmm.
In this industry, how have you armed yourself, like, and strengthened more in your business acumen? Like, what are some of those other clues that you've or cues you've taken beyond, like you said, you read early, but like, are you working with attorneys? Are you working with agents, managers? Like, what's your team? How did you develop it? How have you strengthened your business over time?
I am my team.
Okay, okay.
Because as an independent artist, a team costs money.
Hmm.
And as an independent artist, I might not necessarily have that,
Yeah.
you know, uh, money for that. So I try to take, or I do take care of all of that myself.
Okay. So where are you going to get your knowledge to stay on your, like, how much it's already a lot preserving your voice,
Hmm.
making sure you take care of it. And being creative.
Hmm.
But also thinking on the business that you're wearing multiple hats.
Hmm.
Like, how are you strengthening your business acumen as you continue on this journey?
There are several um, On I follow certain people that are either in the industry or people that have shows or like on YouTube or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. I can subscribe to certain people that
Mm-hmm.
I can watch and gain certain knowledge. They might compare different, like when I started the whole streaming thing, started putting out singles. I'm like, well, I don't know which company to go with, so I got on Google, started looking up companies, this company versus this one, which one is better? What's the difference in this? What's the difference in that? And then I asked people that have been doing it for, maybe as long or longer than me, what are some things you can tell me? What companies do you use? How do you do this? I'm not afraid to ask if I don't know something, like, what's
Mm-hmm.
this or what's that? How do I do that? I'm not afraid to do that at all.